introduce our guest. Can we just have a guest on the screen? All right, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, barrister.
Good afternoon, Blossom. Thank you for having me.
Good afternoon.
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you very much for joining.
Compliment of the season.
All right. Okay, so that's Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid. So I do not know if we have Comrade. Can we have Comrade on the screen so that we can start talking about the topics we have before us today? Okay, while we're still trying to get Comrade on, let's just go over to the first topic, Covenant.
Yes, Falana blamed police on recent stampede in the country. The governor of Ondo State, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, led the state in honoring the legacies of the predecessors, late Arakunrin Oluwarotimi. During the maiden edition of the During the maiden edition of the Akeredolu Leadership Lecture in Akure, Governor Aiyedatiwa reiterated his commitment to carrying forward Akeredolu's vision of development and good governance, highlighting his administration's efforts to sustain Akeredolu's legacy. Governor Aiyedatiwa pointed out the stride made in agriculture, security, and infrastructure. The keynote speaker, Femi Falana, in his address said that Akeredolu's courage and commitment to justice, recounting how he challenged institutional failings during his lifetime. Akeredolu was a very courageous man. Even before judges, he was not afraid to call out wrongdoings. He was instrumental to the development of the people, whether as a student leader or as a governor. Falana, however, lamented the prevailing insecurity in the country and blamed recent stampede tragedies on the failure of the police.
Okay, there's actually a video to this, so hopefully, I hope those of you guys can hear that. There's a video where it was actually stating this. So let's quickly play that video where, of course, Falana was actually putting that on the police, stating that they are the major reason why there's stampede in the country, and nothing like that should actually pass them. And of course, when we talked about Queen Naomi, yes, the stampede that happened at Ibadan, truthfully, with all investigations and a lot of people, supporters of the ex-queen, actually came out and made their investigations and found out that actually the government knew about it, the police knew about it. So the fault is not entirely and can be entirely ex-queen Naomi's fault. But let's hear from Falana exactly what he pointed out as to why he's blaming the police force of the country. We'll be right back.
We talk about security in Nigeria. We only talk about physical security, ability to travel without harassment by headers, or people call it herdsmen, no to armed robbery, and of course banditry and the rest of them. But I wish to submit on this occasion that there's no way our country can have security without social security. And what do I mean? If we do not confront unemployment of our young people, if we do not confront poverty in our country, there's no amount of physical security that can guarantee peace, law, and order. We have been blaming the wrong people, including those who organized the distribution of rice and other food items to help the poor. All manners of blame have gone to the organizers. All Nigerians are very impatient. I want to say on this occasion that the blame should go to the Nigerian police force.
All All right, welcome back. Yes, we heard that. Barrister Tunji, I have just one question in relation to this. Now, from what Falana said and from some investigations being done, it is likely that the police and the federal government, if well understood, is they know prior to the time of this event or this outreach for the children, but yet maybe they did not deploy enough police force or security personnel to actually guard and create orderliness in that venue. But what's your take? Do you think it's entirely the fault of the police force, or there's something more that we are not looking at, or something more we're looking beyond? Barrister Tunji.
So I agree with the learned Mr. Falana, that the police should be blamed for what happened. You know why? The issue of whether the police are aware or not is not in dispute, because we are told the police were to arrive at 8 o'clock in the morning. That means they were informed and they were aware and they were supposed to be there. So why I would blame them is that, look, you see, we have police system that don't work with intelligence. When I ask you that if I inform you or seek for approval or police security for an offense, I expect the police to investigate and even do inspection of the venue, to know the kind of people they will bring, to know the nature of the number of people that are coming, to know the kind of security they will give, and to see whether or not the environment will even be conducive for it. We don't have that. So it's a failure of intelligence on the part of the police. So, and that's why I want to agree that, because for instance, the instance that I was talking about, the report I got was that the event was to start by 10 o'clock. And as early as 5 a.m., people were there. How can that be the fault of the organizers? As far as I'm concerned, at the time when the incident even happened, the effect has not started. In other words, the responsibility has not shifted to the organizer of the event. They announced a time frame. It was publicly advertised. So the police the government who is in the country, they should hear that even if they are not informed, and to be able to do the proper intelligent findings for them to know what to do. There was no finding, there was no intelligence. So intelligence failure is the issue, and that's why I would say yes, I will blame them, because these people, even if they provide their security, it is not their own security they will provide. It is the same police they will provide. They will have to come and provide security for them. And as long as we have been told, we are told the informed police that they want to do this event, and the police said we will be coming by 8 o'clock. Should the police not have done their own findings and know the like estimate or look at likely issues that might have arisen in that place? So for me, we don't have a police that will deal with issue with intelligence, and that is why we have that stampede at that, particularly that of Ibadan or your state.
Okay, do you have a question?
Yes. So talking about the police and the stampede, what responsibilities do the police have in crowd control during large public event or protest or anything that has to do with large crowd? What responsibilities do they have? What are they supposed to do? Some of them don't even know what to do because of the large crowd. They don't know how to handle large crowds.
No, you see, if you do your pre-findings and you have intelligence as to the likely crowd, you will know what arrangement you will do to control. I tell you, probably those police are even coming. Probably that they are like 10 or 5, because you have to pay for the number of police that will come.
Okay, yeah.
So the organizer will not want to pay for money that will be for larger police numbers of police, so as not to collect to get to spend much more money. What I'm even saying is that whether or not you even invite police, once you are to organize an offense and this institution is aware of it, whether police or government, they have the responsibility of providing security. You don't have to even inform them for them to provide security. Their responsibility to ensure peace and orderliness in anywhere in the country. So if there's going to be a large gathering of people, the police has a responsibility to ensure they deploy a strategy that will allow peace and orderliness to reign. We lack this in our country. There's no planning, and when you fail to plan, what happens? You plan to fail. They don't plan to say, look, this place we are going to, this is how we're going to approach it. If this happen, this is how we're going to do. There is nothing. They don't do that. They just say there's a program somewhere, we are going there. How many people are going? How much is our allowance? That's all. They go there and start watching and put their hand and watching. There is no planning. So that is the point. The line is making that the police don't do their job the way it should be done. So there is no proper intelligence and they don't do their work properly. So the simple answer to your question is that their role is to ensure orderliness and ensure peace where there's a large gathering.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. The role is to ensure peace and orderliness when it comes to even the protest or any event that has to do with a large number of people. Well understood. And like you said, I love what Fernando actually said. And of course, the police, as just the way we have the authorities and the courts, still some of them still in court. We hope that they do justice, the right justice to these these issues on ground, this stampede, and of course the lives of those who were lost, may their soul rest in peace. And we really sympathize with the parents or the family of those who have lost their loved ones.